look at this hairdo. Man, quarantine has not done me well. Danny, what are you doing? You crazy? Are you famous? Are you famous? Are you famous? Come here. Oh, jeez. Whoa. Bentley, come here. You have to be famous. Oh, Danny, you're a hog. Come here, Bentley. Good boy. Danny, you're such a pup attention hog. Pup attention hog. So, yeah, that's kind of a little bit normal. All right, so anyway, welcome back to Containing Luxury. Chill mode. Hi, Danny. Right in my mouth. Bentley. Hi, puppy. Okay, so we've officially come to the conclusion, and by we, I mean me, always talking about all my different personalities. Actually, the puppy's got it on this one. So anyway, ADDDDDD. I've come to the conclusion that I need to sell some bunkhouses because all we've been doing is spending money on this channel and we don't actually sell anything. So we have 2 bunkhouses that we're going to be finishing within the next couple of days. Either way, I'm going to take pictures of the ones we already have completed. The new ones are actually going to be even nicer. I'm going to dress those up a little bit nicer. They're going to have some flooring in them. And you guys will actually get to follow along on the build on that because those are going to get done in the next couple of days. Anyway, 20-foot bunkhouses. I think I told you guys before, the ones without the flooring, it cost me just with like what I paid in materials and the no labor, virtually no labor. So just what I paid on them, not including the labor that I paid to some of the guys that have been helping out there, they cost me about like $10,500 in materials. Now I'm going to sell the 2 that I'm building right now. One is a high cube and one is a standard. They're going to actually be a little bit nicer than the regular bunkhouses because we're going to do like some shiplap ceilings. And we're going to change up a couple of little things in the bathroom, and they're going to have some flooring. So they're actually going to be nicer. The cost is probably going to be about $1,000 more in material costs. And then obviously, again, no labor. So I'm debating, and the high cube costs more money as well. But because I'm running the workshops out there and I was able to recoup some of the money of building those and the material costs, I'm actually going to sell those 2 containers for virtually what they cost. So I'm going to sell the high cube for about $13,000, and I'm going to sell, let's call it 14, because I will include shipping within 1,000 miles of San Antonio, Texas. So I'm going to put an eBay listing up. I'll put a link in the description, but whoever they sell to. Puppies, stop going crazy. Look at this. What do these animals run this house? Danny, get off the table. Unbelievable. But dang, you're cute. See, this is where she's like, oh, but Dad. I know. Why do you have to be? Look at this. Unbelievable. So anyway, I completely forgot what I was talking about. Danny, what was I talking about? Bunkhouses? Oh, okay, bunkhouses. So, so I'm going to sell let's call it $14,000. That way I can cover some of the delivery costs. If you're interested in buying this, I'm not hooking it up on site. I'm not doing anything. This is literally driving it, dropping it on your property. It's up to you from there on out. But they're going to be ready to be connected to utilities. It will have like a 50 amp RV plug on the back or a 30 amp RV plug. And then all the plumbing, we always just drill it straight through. So there's just going to be stubbed out connections on the bottom. So whatever on site, you just pretty much like connect all the stubbed out pieces on the underneath. But yeah, they'll be ready to literally plug and play, hook them up and do that. So we're going to go 14,000, we'll call it, on the high cube. No one would ever sell these for that. Like, it would be stupid even for me to sell them for that price if I hadn't ran a workshop to make up some of the costs. Otherwise, I would literally be losing money selling it at that price. So there is nothing on the market that would be even close to this. If I was to value it, I would say it's probably around like $22,000 to $25,000 for what I'm selling for 14. It could be a good like camp, or, you know, maybe a hunting cabin, or even just something you want to throw on your land. You know, if you own a vacant piece of property somewhere and it's a temporary solution so that you actually have something to stay in out there for the time being. I think all of those things, it's obviously a lot better than an RV. It's going to hold up to weather, a lot better, everything. So that's virtually my announcement. We're going to sell the standard. The standard we're going to sell for about $500 less, because that's what it cost me. So 13, 5, and 14 for the high cube. So obviously if you jump on the high cube, that's a good deal. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm going to put a link in the description. I'm going to put them on eBay. If they sell, they sell. And this is not something we're going to keep doing. But if you're somebody that wants to buy, like you're interested in buying, say like you have a church and you want to build a retreat, we will give you guys some deals. We could do like some wholesale pricing where we could probably build you bunkhouses for like $17,000, $18,000. But that would be like a minimum order quantity of like 6+ at least. And then we'd have to factor in delivery wherever they're going to and stuff, because we can't obviously afford to drive these things across the country when we can only ship 2 at a time. So anyway, that's it. Containing Luxury is officially going to start selling things. And then, I almost forgot this whole thing about we're going to be selling bunkhouses. So the 40-foot house, so you guys know that I'm building the double 40-foot unit. That's actually like technically like my house. And then we're building the 40-foot unit right next door, which is the guest house attached to the house, but that's also a model unit. So we're hopefully going to be finished with that in the next maybe 3 weeks, a month. But when you see this thing, we have designed the most modern, clean, contemporary, best freaking thing we could come up with to build at the most cost-effective price. That's going to be the unit that we're going to be selling, but we're not doing any modifications to it. So you can either buy it with like no cabinets in it and like, but the cutouts are staying the same. We're not going to change things. And we can ship it with the glass or whatever, but we're soon going to be announcing a freaking awesome 40-foot unit that we're going to be able to offer to you. We think the price point, because we're not done yet, we're still dialing in stuff, but this is going to have floor to ceiling glass. It's going to be freaking awesome, really modern. But I think we're going to be able to keep the price tag on this thing completely done. It's not going to be off grid, but we think that we're going to be somewhere in the $70,000 to $75,000 range. And comparison of what's on the market for that range, we think we're going to blow everything out of the water. Like when you see how nice this is and how much glass is in it, it's a shocker that we're going to be able to hit that price tag. But again, that's why we're not going to be offering modifications or customizations in any way, because the only way that we can offer you this thing is by producing a ton of them. Like we're hoping that somebody's going to come in and say, hey, wow, we're blown away by this. This is really cost effective, really nice. And we want to buy 30 units for a low income housing project. Like that's where our focus is doing something like that. Because if we're doing customizations, that's no longer cost effective in our books. We can't bulk order materials. We don't have a very efficient system in order to put that in place to be able to keep costs down. And that's the whole thing of what we're trying to do here is to offer the most energy efficient, cleanest, modern design that we can at the lowest price point. So if there's certain customizations you want to do, you could just order the container from us and we'll just like leave it blank slate in there, and then you can do all those modifications or hire a local contractor to do that stuff once you receive it on site. So anyway, big announcement, stuff's changing, happening. It's been crazy. I kind of need to shave. I kind of look crazy hairdo. That's it. That's all I got. Puppies. This is Danny's favorite spot. She's like hanging out, chilling. Chillaxing outside of school, shooting some b-ball. Hot Scott. I tried to go Fresh Prince of Bel-Air there, and I totally just murdered it. Danny, what do we say? Containing Luxury? Bentley? Oh, Bentley's in too. Danny. Look at his dogs. Beautiful little dogs. All right, Danny. Bentley. Containing luxury. Out!